Hello, friends. My name is Firdaus Sheikh, your host for this evening. I'm Senior Manager from Swiss Education Foundation, an exclusive platform to promote Switzerland as a study destination. This is our 22nd talk show and broadcasted live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Every alternate Friday, we aim to bring in the eminent speakers to discuss the topic that will help you to explore this beautiful country, which has been the favorite destination for Bollywood shootings, family vacations, and definitely for education. So, those who are listening to us for the first time, we are Swiss Education, India's largest platform offering hospitality, business, and culinary management programs at elite and top ranked colleges from Switzerland. Our students have been awarded a total scholarship of rupees 7.30 crore to study in Switzerland. We offer airport to airport service and leaves nothing to chance. So, well, let's move on to today's topic, that is Tanmay's career journey, Pune to UK via Switzerland. So, to discuss this exciting subject, we have with us our today's guest, Mr. Tanmay Deshpande. So, let me welcome Tanmay.
Hi.
Hi, Tanmay.
Hello, Mr. Dos.
Good evening from
Good
India.
evening. Good afternoon from UK.
Oh, that's amazing. So,
Yeah.
Tanmay, thank you. Let's welcome Tanmay with a short brief about Tanmay. Tanmay comes from Pune, India. He did his BSc in Hotel and Hospitality Administration from IHM Hyderabad. Then got his first job at 4 Points by Sheraton, Varshi. Then he joined Siddhartha Goa and later Park Hyderabad before flying to HTMI Switzerland in August 2018 for pursuing his MBA. After which, through HTMI Career Center team support, he got his job placement in the UK in a beach town named Scarborough in England. So, congratulations, Tanmay.
Thank you. Thank you.
To all our viewers, if you have any questions or comment, please feel free to write in the comment section and we will try to address as we progress. So let's begin the session. Switzerland. Switzerland is a landlocked country of towering mountains, deep alpine lakes, grassy valleys dotted with neat farms and small villages, and thriving cities that blend the old and the new. Switzerland is the nexus of the diverse physical and cultural geography of Western Europe, renowned for both its beauty, natural beauty, and its way of life. So, with this, I would quickly want to start our Q&A round with Mr. Tanmay. So, Tanmay, my first question for you is, if you could help us know more about or brief about you yourself.
So as I was grown and brought up in Pune, and I did my schooling from Symbiosis School, and then I
Okay.
decided to pursue hotel management. Then I left for Hyderabad, IHM Hyderabad, and as a typical, journey of life, I got, I did my degree, then I got my job, I started working, and it kept on changing places because sometimes our industry demands for the same, or rather
Absolutely.
not to be stagnant at one place or more exposure. So I started changing places to incur more knowledge.
Okay.
So you can sum up like, a traveler journey in few words if you want to.
I think the industry demands, and if you want to be in hospitality industry, it requires for you to be global, to go global, get in, the maximum exposure that you can get, right?
Yeah,
A
true.
little about your family.
So I'm the single child. So I have my mom and my dad back home. So my mom is a housewife and my dad is self-employed. So
Okay.
it's a small family.
Okay, that's nice. That's
Yeah,
interesting. And having your child travel all the way, though it's just a one child, so a lot of,
yeah,
I think, confidence and support from your parents.
yeah. It's
That's
moment
nice.
of
That's
proud as well. So
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. So, my next question to you is Tanmay, what made you decide pursue your further studies after completion of your bachelor's year in India to switch to Switzerland and specifically at HTMI Switzerland?
So what happened was like I was a chef before I joined HTMI. So once
Okay,
just I had a a chat with my dad that how about going to management studies and leaving the back of the house. So then we started searching for institutions which are outside India. But again, Swiss hospitality schools are known for their elegance, for their, ambience and the top-notch education provided.
very
So we
true.
decided Switzerland. And as you said, as you mentioned, it had that Bollywood influence as well. So,
Absolutely.
and then when we went through the list, we saw that HTMI Switzerland ranks, it was in the top 15. So why not
Correct.
give HTMI? Then I checked on the brochures or what courses are available. So the best one, which was, which catched my eye was the triple course, the triple award available at HTMI Switzerland. So it gives
It's
you
amazing.
MBA, PGD, and MSc. And then MSc comes from Edinburgh Napier, which is in Edinburgh in UK.
Absolutely.
So this is what, which attracted me to join HTMI Switzerland for my further studies.
That's amazing. So that means you have done a good research, before
Yes,
you going and joining HTMI. And
yes.
I really believe that this would definitely have add on a lot of contribution towards your journey. So moving down to my next question, how was your experience here at HTMI?
Well, I was too excited because, to be honest, this was my first foreign trip and
Okay,
going traveling alone, and that too so far away. So, but then HTMI was kind enough because every student before they start their journey to Switzerland, we need to forward our flight details and the destination where we are arriving because Switzerland has three airports. So we need to give our details. So the HTMI management makes arrangements so that someone is there to welcome you to your
amazing. That's
home away from
nice.
home, and then they take you safely back to the school. Your luggage is taken care of, and then it's like a same warm welcome as you would receive in any hotel. They check you in, they escort to your
Wow.
room, make you comfortable. So you never miss home. You don't feel that, oh, where am I come to? It doesn't feel like a new
Wow.
place.
That's interesting. So you're treated as good as a VIP guest,
Yes.
is
And
it?
everyone is treated the same way.
Everyone, that's
Yeah.
really amazing. And how about your more experience in terms of your first few weeks there? How was it? And how much time did it took for you to settle down? You missed homesickness or
I
something
did,
like
but
that?
so yeah, we were on talks on WhatsApp calls every day because we had a Wi-Fi there in school.
Okay.
So the best thing again was to meet a cosmopolitan environment, a multicultural environment, and then exchanging thoughts, exchanging ideas of about how I landed up in Switzerland and how these guys landed up in Switzerland. And I didn't have any such kind of problems because we had the management if we needed something. And okay, the language barrier was there at start because the school is in the German part. But I
Okay.
had a, I had learned German bit in school, so I was kind of revising it,
Okay.
and that was an opportunity to learn a foreign language as well. So I took it
Absolutely.
positively.
Absolutely. That means you
Yeah.
got an opportunity on campus to study that language. Was it a part of your
Yes.
curriculum or like how?
For mine, it was not, but for other courses available at HTMI, there is a part of the curriculum. But if
Okay.
even if I requested that I need a hand or a touch up on my German, no one actually said no. I was most welcome in that class anytime.
That's interesting. So this gives a real advantage to the student who is wanting to get hands onto the regional language also. So that's really
Yes.
interesting. May I also know more about your experience in terms of your study, your academic experience? How was your study, your academic experience there when you were in HTMI?
So coming from India, the study thing is a bit different. The concept is a bit different compared to Switzerland. So here is more of self-study, wherein the student needs to do his own research as deep as he or she can, so
Okay.
that he understands better about the topic which is taught. So it's just not
Okay.
that the teacher comes and tells you and then the class is over. No,
Okay.
we try to go more in deep so that everyone exam understands by the relevant examples.
Okay. That's nice. So it's not more of spoon feeding though, but
No,
making you more of, work on your own and, stand on your own feet in this
yeah,
1 year, right?
yeah,
Okay. And how
exactly.
about the teaching methodology, the facilities there at the campus? Can you just take us through it?
Yes, so first of all the teachers are highly educated and they have, tremendous knowledge in what they are teaching. So,
Amazing.
which itself is a plus point. Then we have a school library, plus we have
Okay.
electronic platform as well where we can have ebooks.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so this all can be, achieved, or this can be, you can reach out to these sources even on the weekends.
Okay.
So nothing actually stops you from studying there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how about other facilities? Like, were you allowed to practice your hobbies there?
Yes, so the school has, many ideas for many recreational centers.
Okay.
So, right, starting from the gym. So, who are the gym enthusiasts? Yes, there is a nice gym down there, followed by a
Wow.
swimming pool.
In the
Uh,
college.
in the college, yes. So we have a
Wow.
swimming pool. Then we have a sports room where we have a small table of pool or snooker, like someone wants to play.
Okay.
And then we have a coffee shop as well. So if someone wants to just relax, enjoy some coffees and play some board games or card games,
Okay.
that facility is still available. But the major point is that the terrace of the school is such multifunctional. So many other sports can be played there, like maybe table tennis or badminton.
Yeah.
So more or less
That's amazing.
everyone's hobbies are available there to pursue.
Yeah. And I think you can also create or recreate your hobby, considering HTMI is located at one of the most famous destinations and protected by
Yes,
UNESCO Biosphere. So it's a ski resort
exactly.
also. During
Yes,
winters, people come there for skiing, right?
yes. So
So very
it's like a
adventurous.
multi-purpose destination. In winters there's skiing, in summers there's
Okay.
hiking. So
Wow. That's
yeah,
that's nice. That's interesting. So this is something very important for students. Sometimes parents and students do ask, "Will my child be able to play whatever he is good at? Like maybe a badminton or maybe cricket, tennis." So HTMI does have this opportunity to provide
absolutely.
to the students.
Plus there is a
Absolutely.
music room as well. If someone wants to play drums or guitar or a piano,
Wow.
keyboard, it's also
Wow.
available
So
there.
I think it's a whole lot of, everything that
Yes.
is required for a student is there at the campus.
Yes,
Correct?
indeed.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. That sounds really good. Now, I want to know more in terms of a student point of view. Like, were there any challenges that you faced while you were studying in HTMI or in Switzerland overall?
Um, as in parts of study aspect, there was none because okay, at first week it's tough to cope up because of our background, what or how we have been taught in school. So that sudden change can be quite challenging, but then that's for 1 week, and that's why we have the induction, wherein every student is given an idea how the courses would be carried forward until the end. And or overall Switzerland, apart from the language, there are no other such challenges. And language, again, as I mentioned, we there's an opportunity for the student to learn on the campus, on the school. So by a month or two, he should get or she should get along with the language.
That's nice. That's interesting. So that means student and parents could be rest assured that when they are going to Switzerland, they will be worry free. And since
Absolutely,
the
yes.
accommodation and food is already a part of the of the fees, the program that you're doing, so you need not
Yes,
need to worry about cooking food on your own or probably
not at all.
uh, about the accommodation, the hostel facility. Everything is given by the college, correct?
Yes, yes,
That's
exactly.
that's that's really interesting, and that gives a sigh of relief to the parents and to the students who are listening out there to us.
Moreover, there are other small things also which are available, such as the laundry facility.
Okay.
So, everything is taken care of. So there's nothing really to worry about for any parent or any student who's,
Wow,
going there.
that's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting. So I want to know more about now your internship. How was your internship experience? We got to know about your study experience. Now,
Uh-huh.
about your internship, could you take us through maybe a brief about where you were doing your internship? How was it like?
Yes. So every student who does the course is entitled for one internship. So that
Okay.
can vary from 4 months to 6 months, again, depending upon the season, depending upon the hotel is chosen. So again, the departments are based upon the student's interest, might be service, might be kitchen, but other front of the house departments required a good skill of English, sorry, language. So again, there's a point to prove that okay, I can do this. And every student can get around 2,000 francs. So given the rate of 80 transaction rate, that is around 1,60,000 rupees per month.
Wow.
Yeah,
In
but then
Indian
that
rupees.
comes in Indian rupees, yes.
That's per month?
Per month, yes. But then that subjects to deductions based upon the hotel, like food, accommodation, the local taxes.
Okay. So that's the
So
gross salary.
yes, that's like CTC, but more or
Okay.
less 1,500 Swiss francs, or like what you call 1,20,000 Indian rupees, more or less should be with the student every month.
Okay. As a net income or as a net saving, you could say.
No, that should be the net income.
Net income.
And
Okay.
yes, because savings depends upon it's like preferences, personal
The standard
preferences.
of living of the student. Absolutely.
Correct.
Correct.
But this can vary from the location, this can vary from the hotel or from the type of hotel or restaurant it is.
Okay.
But yes, like there is money coming in from the internship, and
Wow.
can
So
there's a
this could
chance.
definitely help getting a return of investment, right?
Absolutely yes, yes, absolutely.
Wow. Absolutely. May I know where you got your first internship at?
So I did internship in one Indian restaurant which is in Zurich by the name of Malabar.
Okay.
And yes, so as per many hotels in Switzerland, they provided me with food and accommodation, and they
Okay.
deducted it from the salary. So whatever I got in my hand was completely mine. And
Wow.
plus, maybe if we are lucky, we can get some service charge or service tips which the customers leaves.
Okay.
So
So those are all add-ons.
yes, correct.
Wow, that's interesting. So I think this
Yeah.
gives a very hands-on, experience from your side as a student that while you are studying within 1 year's time period itself, the student can get a bare minimum return of investment of around 6 to 7 lakhs overall if they're, doing internship for 6 months.
Yes, they can.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. And now with this, I would want to ask you more about further progressing after doing your internship. Now, when it comes to the to the placements, so could you help us take through more about how does the college supported you for placements? How the career center team there at HTMI supported you to get your current job where you are at the UK right now?
Yeah, so for those who don't know, there's a team called as a career center. As the name suggests, the team looks forward for the careers of the students enrolled with the school. So as the time comes, they look for internship for all the students or full-time job opportunities available for all the students based upon the student's interest, like he or she wants to do in what department. And then they enlist the best hotels they can find, and and then they help in hooking up the students with those hotels, and the students go through various formalities like sending the resume, going for a tryout, and then if the hotel says yes, the student's concern is also important, if student wants to do there or no. When the
Okay.
student says yes, then the contact has been made and the student gets the internship.
Wow. So that
Yeah.
means every single student is eligible or is there for the support that the college is giving, right?
Yes.
That's interesting. So I think
Yeah.
with this, the students could speak out to the career center team around the year when they are there on the campus, correct? Not just for a
Yes.
defined period, right?
No. Right from the start of the semester until the end, any doubt students have regarding their internship or the career future aspect, they can always get in touch with the career center. Always.
How about after graduating? Then also you have the support?
Yes. So it's like though you
Wow.
can't meet them personally, you can just drop an email and they
Okay.
will try their level best to solve or give a solution of whatever that is.
Okay, that's interesting. That's really interesting. So I think this is something which is very special, which is
Yeah.
I would say is most likely to be found in Switzerland. In I would say generally that it is most likely to be found in Switzerland. Why? Because the colleges and the career placement teams, takes really I would say super care of each and every single student from the time they enter in. to make sure
Correct.
that they get placed for their internships and also for the placements. And I think that's the reason because of which the placement ratio is really high. Correct?
Yes, indeed. Correct. True.
Yes. So, may I know now, like, where are you right now? Where are you working and what are you doing right now?
So right now I'm in a place called Scarborough, which is in the north part of England. It's a beach
Okay.
town.
Okay.
So basically, how I got here is that HTMI Switzerland has a partnership with a Compass Hospitality Group, which is in the UK.
Okay.
So the Compass looks for the vacancies for service or kitchen or front office, and then
So, sort of
HTMI,
recruitment partner, basically.
yes, yes,
Okay.
and HTMI have it goes hand in hand. So those who are eligible from HTMI, they can always get in touch with Compass, and then they get a full-time job. So that's the plus point.
Wow. That's across Europe or anywhere.
No, so they are across UK. So they have 17
Okay.
hotels in UK and some
Okay.
of them in the Southeast Asia.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
nice.
So I also got a
So,
job through them.
wow, very nice, interesting. So, like, do they charge or do they take any service fee for you to get, a job? Why? Because we know you're sitting in India, you know, for you to get a job, it's not easy, you have to
I
pay
know.
for every single service that you are taking. So, were you charged anything for it?
So for any legal formality such as the visa or this, the Compass does not charge anything.
Wow.
So
So, you
it's up,
were not
it's
charged
already
anything.
sponsored. So they act as a sponsor as well. But only the students, if there is something for the students needs to do, like for example, the IELTS exam or any other
Okay.
formalities, the student has to bear on his own, but that's not that much.
Okay.
But as we speak, that visa fees
Because for
and the plus
IELTS,
point
I
is
think it's just the IELTS examination fees that you mean to say, right?
correct, correct.
Okay.
And the plus point is that Compass also reimburses your flight ticket once you get back to
Wow.
the place.
Okay.
So it's like you pay
That's
now, but
interesting.
after
That's
next
really
month you're getting it
interesting.
back. So
Wow. So I think you will be getting that back then. Now.
I already got, yeah,
You already got it. Wow,
yes, I did.
congratulations. So there's
Thank you.
there's there's really a lot of, I would say, goodies for you coming from
Oh yes,
HTMI.
yes. Seems like Christmas is early.
Yeah, and that's really, I think it's eye opening. Why? Because what I also knew, and I think many of the Indian students parents there listening out would also feel, if we have to place our student, for some job placement or something like that, you will have to pay for their entire, visa, the service provider, and all those things you have to. But for you, it has come, I think, at a very, I would say at a very reasonable cost, just with the
Correct.
academics, the IELTS, that you
Yes.
have to pay for. Rest everything was taken care, right?
Right. Correct.
How about the visa part? So who, you have to do it by yourself, or the team there helps you? There's a support from the college also and from your service provider
Yes.
also.
So it's like, the college is the bridge between the student and the Compass group.
Okay.
So whatever they want, the whatever documents are required, either the Compass gets in touch with the student directly or through the career center.
Wow.
The student
So
has to just pass on the documents, and the rest, everything Compass and the school takes care of. Most over
wow.
the Compass group.
Okay, so I think the college also plays and the service provider also plays a very crucial role, with
Yes.
getting you placed, wherein they go out of the way and they try and support you, like not just with the academics but also with the placement. So I think this is something which is really a very strong message which is going to the audience there out there. When you think that you're going and studying at HTMI Switzerland there, it's just about your studies, the quality of education exposure that you're going to get. No, it's more than that. So I think
Yes,
it's more
indeed.
like a family taking an end-to-end support, giving you an end-to-end
Yes.
support to you. That's
Yeah.
really interesting and very mesmerizing though, Tanmay. So could you help us know more about what is your position right now where you're working? What are you
So
doing and what are your plans thereafter?
So my position right now is senior chef de party, or as we call it, senior CDP. So
Okay.
basically, I'm in charge of the hot kitchen, as in the main hot station, and I report directly to the general manager, and I'm the second in command in the hotel in the kitchen.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
nice. So there comes a big responsibility, being a senior staff
Oh
also, and at
yes,
the
it
same
does.
time, yeah, reporting
It
directly
does.
to the GM.
Yes, it does.
That's really interesting. That's really nice. And this is something which is, I think, going to be, every student and parents question. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what can you expect in terms of a salary when you get yourself educated from such a college like HTMI, and what you are doing right now? So can you help us know more about the salary part? How much is the salary that one can expect?
So first of all, as you mentioned, Compass also focuses on HTMI grads because being a renowned institutes, it's like top priority for the students at HTMI. So
Wow.
secondly, based upon the past experience, so the student may get somewhere between an annual package of 24,000 to 26,000 pounds, or which is equal to 24 lakhs to 26 lakh rupees a year.
Wow, amazing.
And then when you break it
That's
down,
really amazing.
it's yeah. So when
Just
you
with the
break it
start
down,
of we are talking about.
correct. It's like the start, like the basics you
Okay.
get in. But as you grow inside more, the money will increase gradually.
Eventually, absolutely, absolutely. Very true, very true. I think this is
Yes.
something which is very important. I have students and parents who've been, asking, the first thing is about the return of investment. Like once he goes, he studies there, and see, this is a very true, I would say, fact about Switzerland, which every single day when I counsel any student, they ask me, ma'am, there is no stay back, and there is nothing that which I'm guaranteed of. So how would I go and study in Switzerland? So I think with your this answer, and with your journey, it gives a very, I would say, quality reason to speak to students and parents that it's with the internship that straight away that you can get a return of investment within 1 year, at least a bare minimum of 7 to 8 lakhs. And then with the kind of colleges that we have, like that we are associated with, like HTMI, they're really, I would say, professional, very strong in terms of the quality of education, which of course resonates in the world ranking in top 15, and also at the same time in the placements, in the career placements. So students like you, and we have, I know many students, when I was also on campus, I have heard a lot from other Indian students. So I think we'll have more such successful stories coming to our audiences soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
True.
my next, yeah, so yeah, you may continue, Tanmay.
No, 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 no.
Okay. So
Yeah.
my next question to you, Tanmay, is, and this is the last question. Uh,
Okay.
Top three tips, or a piece of advice that you would suggest to the students who are looking out there to study abroad, specifically, and in Switzerland also, if you could say.
So my first advice is that the hospitality industry, the best can be offered in Switzerland. And for HTMI Switzerland, the motto is come as a student, become a manager, which they stick onto it. And the students who pass out from HTMI are really at good places right now. So
Wow.
they can even check their social media pages.
Okay.
Secondly, it might seem sometimes for the parents heavy on the pocket, but as we discussed, between a year or it takes time, but there is a 100% return on investment, whatever the parent has done on the kid.
Okay.
I'm not saying
And I
that you
think
will
it's
get the
not going to
investment
be too
tomorrow.
long. Correct.
Exactly. Yes.
Correct.
Like between specific period, you will get the investment back. And third, this would really help strengthen your resume, and this would really help in building up the qualities for a perfect hospitality professional required in the industry.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. So, with this, I would like to thank you, Tanmay, for joining today's show and sharing such an insightful information with your career journey till now. And I thank you all for joining me today on our today's topic, that's Tanmay's career journey, Pune to UK via Switzerland. So, Tanmay, you may also, thanks the audience there
So,
out who is listening to you.
so first of all, I would like to thank you, Miss Fidos, and the whole Switch Education Group for having me on today.
My pleasure. It's
Plus,
our
I would also
pleasure.
like to, so I would also like to thank all the parents and the youngsters watching this program. as well as my friends and colleagues and teachers back at HTMI Switzerland who might be watching now,
Yes,
because
absolutely.
I had their constant support until now. And that's, I believe, I am because of their support. So a big
Absolutely. It's
thank
a
you to them
great
as well.
team. It's a great teamwork. We have seen the
Indeed.
teamwork by ourselves when we were in Switzerland at
Yes.
HTMI.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you, our listeners. Uh, any of our listeners seek further information on study in Switzerland, please feel free to connect us on our helpline number 8879942001 or visit our website swisseducation.com. Our experienced counselors will be happy to assist you instantly. My name is Firdaus Sheikh, Senior Manager from Swiss Education Foundation, signing off with the promise to come back again on 19th of August, sharp at 5 p.m., with another guest speaking on an interesting educational topic. Until then, think Switzerland, think Swiss education. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tanmay, for your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Fitos. Thank you.